you're not a city girl, I am. So
Oh, I'm a
probably
city girl. I grew up in the city.
right, but then considering that you're able to host those kind of programs and then climb a tree or climb a mountain, you would do those things,
Yeah,
right?
that's because I think it's an experience that is very rare, and then we should open up to different things.
I think so
Otherwise,
too.
we're just going to be in this, glass menagerie, which is just very sad.
Yeah, it's true. And in fact, you were saying that people don't see you as someone who is a backpacker and, go out in the wild and start climbing or making a campfire or something like that. But something else that you said your parents got you into is giving to charity. And I think that's what you're really involved in lately.
Right. Education is very important, I guess, because I grew up in the States. So I know that ever since we were in elementary school, we've been educated to give back. It's important to be successful in life, but what's successful? It's not about fame, power, money. There's other stuff to it. You have to have a balance in life. And I guess ultimately growing up there in school with my parents' background, they taught us to give back to society. They taught us to actually to not just want all the things that everybody want and that's it. There's more to life than what everybody's looking for. So it's been instilled in my head, in my mind, all these years. But being back in Taiwan, actually getting to a different culture, getting to a different industry, for a long time there, I actually didn't have time to do the stuff that I was used to and actually liked. And so I felt that I really wasted a lot of my time just waiting on my schedule, which I'm not really used to, because when I was younger, I planned my own schedule. I have a planner. I would know what I'm going to do next week. But in the entertainment industry here, you don't. You're waiting on your agent to give you your schedule. So, and I really didn't know the culture, so I really didn't know how to communicate and tell them what I want. Tell them maybe I'm more interested in this as opposed to that.
And maybe because your Chinese was limited then.
Yes,
you could
yes.
communicate.
I think communication is very important. My Chinese is not so good, and I guess because of that, communication is very poor. So after my contract is up, I realized I really want to have control of my own life, and I really want to start doing what I've always loved to do and wanted to do also. I like a balance in life, I like to work, but then I also want to do other things that I feel that because we are lucky enough to have this kind of lifestyle, we really should do more than we can. Just a little bit more.
Sure, sure. So what kind of things have you been doing?
Well, so before, when I really didn't have my own schedule in my own hands, I would just volunteer when I do have the time. I would work for free, like usually for a job, maybe they ask you to host. Your agents will probably negotiate a price, but then because I feel if it's something for a nonprofit organization, I'm willing to give my time. But because I'm waiting on my schedule all the time, I really can't make a decision. So sometimes I really can't help out when I really wanted to. So now what I do is, because of all the friends that I made in the entertainment industry, I feel like it's kind of my duty, because I have these connections to actually get people to help out. Artists, other celebrities, other artists to help out with less fortunate organizations. So these days I kind of help other people and help organizations who want to promote the less fortunate NPO organizations.
To name a few, can you give a specific charity work that you...
Well, 6 years ago, actually, I encountered this organization called SCPA. In Chinese, it's called Taipei 流浪猫协会. So they help animals. They help cats specifically. So they actually promote TNR. So they promote adoption. And they're one of those organizations that actually work very hard, but because they're very limited with volunteers and staff. So I've seen how they grow throughout the years, and now I realize actually what they need. They need more PR, they need more publicity, they need more money. And that's what all these fundraisings are for. I mean, growing up in the States, in schools every year, actually every month you have like fundraisers, except as kids, we didn't know that these are fundraisers. We just thought that it was fun that you have these fairs, you know, you can go have fun and buy raffle tickets.
Right.
And now I fully understand the reason behind this. You know, when you're growing up, you're selling chocolates.
Yeah.
I didn't know the point to that. I just thought that if I sold enough, I would get this prize. But these are all fundraisers.
Right.
So I now finally fully understand the idea, and then that's when I started sitting down thinking about it. I feel like, you know what, I've got to use my connections, the friends that I made in the industry to actually help out these less fortunate NPOs.
Wow, that is amazing. So you love animals, so you would have a heart for all these charitable work for, you know,
I love animals,
saving
but
animals,
not
but-
just animals.
Yeah,
For
not
me,
just animals.
Yeah, for me, it's very important to actually look into different organizations that are less fortunate, that needs help, because I realize that name brand is so important. Because if you're a corporate company, if you want to donate at the end of the year, you usually go for something that you heard of.
Right.
So then it's always the bigger name NPOs that you would think of donating or sponsoring. But what about those ones that you've never heard of?
Yeah.
Actually, they do a lot of work, just that you don't know them. So for me, my goal is to help those that needs more exposure. But then I do research, of course, because there's so many. Just
Right.
in Taiwan alone, for every different NPO, there's so many that you won't believe. For animal organizations alone in Taipei, there are like 20.
Yeah. And then there are some that are probably not really legitimate, but anyway, so you would do your research.
So you have to do a research, and that's why I think a lot of people, they're more comfortable donating to NPOs that they've heard of, because they know that at least the money that they donate, it goes to somebody legit. But then again, because you don't do your homework, you're not researching, or you're not really looking into other ones, then you might be missing out on ones that actually need a lot of help, and actually they work hard too.
Yeah,
So
right. I think there was one where you asked quite a number of female celebrities to, or maybe even male celebrities too, to design these bags, clutch bags or something.
Right. So
Yeah.
last year, at the end of
right.
last year, we had a project. I have a paper bag brand, and we donated bags out to artists, actually. So basically, my company, we donate the bags. This is what we did. And the artists, what they did is they donate their artistic ability and their time to draw on these bags and design these bags. So we got about 108 artists to participate. And after they design, we put all of these bags on Yahoo Kimo. And it's a bidding process.
Right.
Everything starts at NT $1.
Right. Oh,
So
that's right.
people can go on the internet to bid for these bags. Every time these bags go on, they have 10 days for people to bid on it. So for this project, we're actually helping Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Oh, okay.
Everybody knows about Make-A-Wish. It's really big in America, but the thing is, I didn't know they had one in Taiwan.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so I was helping Make-A-Wish. I mean, growing up, you know, we had all these events, we're volunteers, so we know about Make-A-Wish. And I actually helped Make-A-Wish in Hong Kong as well. But when I realized that there was one in Taiwan, I felt really bad that I didn't know about it. And that's why I came up with the idea maybe we should help promote them a little bit in Taiwan. Because their Chinese name is actually kind of, you know, misgiving. People think they are helping kids with Down syndrome. In Chinese, it's called